We were discussing being a professional stand-up comedian, not being a comedian. Because I know plenty of people that go to the mic, that's what they love to do, it's fun, they're not trying to make a living at it. Great. Being a professional stand-up comedian requires going to the mic, working on your craft, and then becoming a world-class marketer.
Hot breath. Yeah, but thank you guys so much for doing this. We're gonna have a lot of fun here. Just for the next hour, we're gonna get into the business, the social media. This guy's been in the game over 30 years. He owns this club, he's owned several clubs, he's managed several super successful comedians. And we did the show together a few years ago.
Wow, cool.
And there's a lot to update comics on since then. And he's volunteering his time. We're gonna have a few special guests come up that are volunteering their time as well. And I know it's a Sunday afternoon and you guys decided to be here, so I really appreciate it as well. So we really wanna make this as helpful as possible. So if you have questions as well, we definitely wanna make time to answer your questions. Should comics be using AI to write jokes? Is that something?
No, I mean, to research premises.
Uh-huh.
If you wanna, if you have a particular premise, of course. I mean, it's Google, just to the upteenth power. Mm-hmm. So, okay, who in here, when you're writing jokes and you're like, oh yeah, I want to talk about this or this, well, let's see what, how many of you Googled something to expand on that joke? Well, of course. Why? You still have to make it yours.
Uh-huh.
And the idea is coming from you. All it is a research tool.
Okay.
Like you get a lot of filmmakers that are like freaking out over AI. It's like, I heard one, not Obsession, but the other one. What's Backrooms? That's like hitting now. The guy's like, I am totally opposed to any kind of AI or addition to filming. I'm like, okay, so you don't like any Marvel movies or any movies made with a green screen, and AI is cheating because it's taking what someone else did and then you're using it. Oh, so you invented editing? Is that what it is? Did you learn that from someone and you invented your particular directing style, or did you watch Scorsese and Coppola and incorporate? It's the same thing. What scares everybody is it's to the billionth power. Mm-hmm. So that's what's got people freaking out.
All right. There we go. Yep. It looks like it worked. He just AI'd this to be sold out. Yay. My wife will be so proud.
She is going to be proud.
Yay.
Let's see.
Okay, cool.
So,
are we good on the sound too? Are you picking us up? We're all good? Okay, perfect.
I would not go write me a joke about this. Look at you guys are so packed in here.
We're in here.
It's insane. It's just crazy. Right, you're right. The fire department's going to show up going, you're over limit.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll just do an intro and we can officially start.
Yeah, let me go live, and then we can do that.
Sure.
Felt the same way when sound got added to
Everything.
Sound at film, yeah.
Of course.
sound came to film.
Of course.
It's ruining film.
And then VHS is ruining film. Video discs are ruining film. It's called progression. Learn how to use it to your advantage. But I wouldn't write jokes with it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That I would not do. All right, go live.
All right.
Whoops.
We're all good on the video? Video rolling? Awesome. Welcome back to Hot Breath, the show where you learn comedy from the pros. I am your host, comedian Joel Byers, and today we are doing our first ever live podcast /
Look at
word
that.
swap. Applause. Applause. Look at the packed room.
It is a packed room. I'll post a picture of the packed room later.
Yes.
Yes.
We are here with the owner of Atlanta Comedy Theater, Mr. Garrett Abdo. We've had you on twice over the last several years.
Right.
And it's time for an update. Your last episode caused
Quite the stir?
quite a stir online, and that was just a few years ago. So, you know who the audience of this show is. What do comics need to know now about the business
Well, I
and
mean,
how to capitalize?
I mean, everything has progressed even farther from what we were talking about then, where it's the gap between what works and what doesn't work to drive an audience to see you is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And again, our focus, and I think this was missed on not the live one we did before, but the one before that, was we were discussing being a professional stand-up comedian, not being a comedian. Because I know plenty of people that go to the mic, that's what they love to do, it's fun, they're not trying to make a living at it. Great. Being a professional stand-up comedian requires going to the mic, working on your craft, and then becoming a world-class marketer. That's the distinguishing difference. People thought I was saying, oh, you don't have to be funny, you don't have to work on your craft. No, of course you do. Because eventually, if what you're doing works, it's going to be full, and you got to make them laugh. So, I think that was kind of the biggest misinterpretation of what we were talking about. But everything is going to the phone.
Okay.
And like with my club, it's an urban club. Urban radio is still very much a part of the culture, far more than all the other radio, more mainstream radio stations. There's more people listening and paying attention. But the power to motivate somebody to do something keeps getting less and less and less and less. So I had a comedian who's been doing this 30 years, had been on multiple television shows, big movies, all kinds of stuff. And his sales were just getting lower and lower and lower. And he started working social media, and he's doing a great job at it too. I mean, he has a team putting together some pretty flashy stuff, and he'll build to it. This guy's incredible on radio. I put him on radio, put him on one of the biggest morning shows in this city. He crushed it, and between the time he got off air and the time of the first show, 9 more tickets had moved.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, that is just not a good sign. Because he crushed. And you know that there's 6, 7, 800,000 people listening to this station at any given moment when they're up there. It didn't motivate them to do anything. We had Mike Epps this weekend. I post a reel, I boost the reel, and then I'm watching when it hits. I'm watching, when you boost a reel, it has to be approved. So I'm waiting for it to be approved. As soon as I see it approved, okay, I screenshot where are my ticket sales at, and then I'll come back 2 hours later and go, all right, that's working. You have to find what appeals to your particular following, and you have to grow that following. Some of the other stuff we talked about was, like when you were saying about stand-up, and I said, sketches,
Yes.
or side-by-sides, or whatever. The point of it is, you have to catch the algorithm. You have to get the algorithm's attention. That's what you're shooting for with social media marketing. You're not shooting for to get your fans' attention or people that love comedy attention. You're shooting to get the algorithm's attention. That happens by, all right, I'll give you an example. Country Wayne. Do we all know who Country Wayne is? Yes? Everybody? Yes. Okay. Wayne was really the breakthrough one on all of this. And I was, we talked last night. I was really his second manager, but I told him, yeah, your first manager doesn't count. I was your first manager. I had never seen anything like it. So 2016, everybody starts talking about this guy. I contact him, I book him. I'd message him. Hey, can you post again? Send me a video, whatever. It's done. Done. He understands this is a door deal. It's his money I'm talking about, not just my money. Sells everything out. I think he did 2 nights? I can't remember if he did 2 nights the first time or just 1 night, 2 shows. Packed. I'll never forget it. I was back checking on the kitchen. I came out, stood over by the bar. They introduced him. You would have thought the Beatles in 1963 walking off the plane in New York City had entered this room. I have Chappelle, I have Chris Rock, I have Kevin Hart perform here. I have, to this day, never seen a reaction like that crowd. It was insane. I was like, oh my God, what am I watching? What is this? And I watched like the first 15 minutes of his set. That's all I had time to do my stuff. But I was like, this guy gets it. He understands comedy. So he wasn't a trained stand-up comedian, but he understood the mathematics of comedy. Do you guys all understand? Comedy is math. It's a mathematical formula. You know, I had this conversation with Dave. I said, the difference is everybody else is doing algebra, you're doing astrophysics. So that's the difference in the math of what he does and what everybody else does. But it's mathematical. If you really dive into your writing, and when I say writing, not just typing, it really connects if you handwrite your set out. You know? Do what you're doing, put your set together, and then literally handwrite it. It's a different mental connection when you handwrite. So, comedy is math. You can, once you find your voice, that's what everybody talks about when they say, you know, it takes 10 years to find your voice. They don't mean your vocal quality, they mean the math. Once you understand how you particularly approach the mathematics of your set, that can now change. Now it's interchangeable. Chris Rock could come up here and read the phone book, which they don't have anymore. But
You're showing your age.
yeah, I know, right? He could come up here with a payphone and pull a phone book out. He could read the phone book. And we would be dying because he understands how to hit those cadences, where to do the pause. When you watch Dave with his cigarettes, he's not smoking a cigarette. It's a prop, and it's a beat, and it's a pause. Watch any of his specials. Well, you can't because he doesn't smoke in the specials. But if you see him live, he'll pull the cigarette out, he'll be talking, and he'll open up the box, and he'll stop opening the box and talk. And then he'll pull a cigarette out, and he'll have it in his hand, and he'll be talking. And then he'll put it in his mouth, and he'll go to light it, and then he'll stop, say something, put it back in his mouth, and then deliver the punchline and light it. Or light it and deliver the punchline. It depends on how he's trying to hit that joke. Chris Rock paces the stage. He always wants a corded mic. Watch him. What does he do at the end of each pace? He lifts the cord a little bit. I've watched this man craft 2 different specials. All 4 shows that he performed in my clubs, with 2 different clubs, crafting that special. He is in the same place, on the stage, delivering the same line each time. It's choreographed. It's sense memory. It's a dance. Same thing Dave is doing with the cigarette. If you start analyzing, that's what you should be analyzing when you're watching comedians. Especially if you can watch 1 or 2 or 3 specials from the same comedian, you'll start to see it. And once that light bulb turns on, it'll never be the same for you. You'll be like, I get it.
Well, how do they find that light bulb moment?
You have to internalize and figure out, what is my mathematics? What is my equation that I'm using? Which of my jokes hit? Okay, now let me analyze this joke. Because it's not about the material at all. That's not why the joke hit at all. It's about your math. It's about how you constructed that bit. That's why it hit. It's not
Constructed the words,
the whole the bit. It's how you put it together that worked. And then once you figure out how you put it together, I got to go dark because it's just the first thing that came to mind, right? School shooting, and right? School shooting. But I'm saying it, right?
Yes.
It's difficult
Very
to do
serious.
something like that. But school shooting and whatever it is, but he ended up with water guns instead, okay? What is that? It's bait and switch, right? It's misdirection. I'm saying school shooting, but he had a water gun. Oh, well, you know.
School squirting.
Now he's in detention for the next 4 years. You know, whatever the punchline
I said
is.
school squirting. I just school squirting.
Squirting.
If we're gonna do that, yeah.
So that's the mathematics of that joke. Now, change it up, right? I went to a used car dealer. All he had was new cars. I ended up with a motorcycle. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to write a joke here. I'm just trying to show you the mathematics of what you're doing.
Yes, he owns the clubs. He doesn't perform in them. I just want everyone to be aware of that.
So that's the point. That's how you build your craft.
Yes.
Okay? And also, that's how you can build your social media. Find the mathematics of your social media. Look at your analytics, right? As it builds, right? So all of a sudden you hit 100,000, 150, 200,000. You can go in and see what are my top 10 cities. Put a couple bucks between on some of these in those cities. Because obviously you're hitting something, you're hitting a pressure point in those cities, okay? So then you build those analytics. It's all about math, and it's about studying yourself and what you're doing and how you promote yourself as a marketer. You know, I think it was before everybody came in, we were discussing about somebody in the audience was saying, you know, I don't like social media. I don't want to do social media. I'm like, well, 20 years ago, how would you have become a famous working comedian making a living doing the craft that you love? Well, you'd be either going to New York or LA, hitting the open mic nights, hoping somebody will see you to put you on something. You would be manually sending out your EPK, your electronic kits, to every club with a copy of your set. You would be marketing in a harder, way more expensive method. You have social media. It's free. Market yourself. That's what you're doing. You gotta catch that algorithm. Because once you catch that algorithm, it all changes. Matt Rife was not going to post the Lazy Hero video. And his friend was like, post it. What's the worst thing that could happen? Well, the worst thing that could happen is within a week, it had 1.5 million views. And within 2 weeks, everything he had ever posted before was breaking 1 million views. And then a multi-million dollar Live Nation contract. So that's the worst thing that could happen. Is to figure out how you're going to spend all that money. So, you know, there may not be a rhyme or reason to why something hits and it doesn't, but there's mathematics that'll point you in that direction. You understand? So because it also could be a combination of content and those mathematics. You know, now you hit a topic that was the #1 topic. Google top trending topics on social media for comedians. What comes up? Start answering those. You know, the way everybody says to build, you know, YouTube channels is to tie into these things. Whatever the biggest thing is, start a YouTube channel and be talking about that. You know, because that's what catches the algorithm. When Wayne caught that algorithm, Wayne had, when I first started managing him, had 3.2 million friends on Facebook. Because before they started limiting how many you could have personally, right? He had already far surpassed it. But the algorithm had picked up, oh, this guy's good for us. So when they threw that limit on personal, or maybe it was business, it might be the other way around, whatever it was, before they limited it, he was doing it. And then when they started having the limit, they let him keep it. And the difference was at that time, it's changed since then, but at that time, you could not message. Once they limited you, the amount, you couldn't message them as a group. They were trying to get you to pay for ads, is what basically what it boiled down to. He could message them. That's why he started just.
He had a direct connection to.
He had a direct line of marketing to 3.2 million people that took the time to follow him and watch him. That's what skyrocketed it. And of course now they're figuring that out. They'll shadow ban you if you're doing things that are maybe, sometimes they'll shadow ban you just to get you to buy your own ads, to promote yourself. They're running a business just like everybody else. You know, they're figuring out their mathematics too.
But what about a comic who is trying to build a following, but they also want to produce their own shows in their local scene? If they don't have a big following, how can they still motivate people to come out to one of their live shows, even if they aren't on this big tour, but just in their own city? How can we sell tickets?
Well, that's just hustle, right? Post heavy, right? Not just a flyer, but you know, make a flyer nice, and then a reel talking into, oh my God, you got to come. Go live. Here's a secret right here. If you're trying to move tickets for a show, how many of you know you can name your live? How many of you know that? Well, I know you know it because I told you. Did you know that? You don't know that? You can name your live. Gary is going to be at the Atlanta Comedy Theater Friday. That's the name of your live. What happens when you go live? It notifies everyone that follows you. You're going live with the name of your live. Repetition. Go live. If you have a show and you're trying to move tickets, go live 10 times a day. Now, I know in your mind you went, what? For a minute. It doesn't matter how long, because you're not going live to go live. You're going live to notify everybody who is on you, that follows you, that is currently on Instagram, you're going to be there. So you want to just do that repetition in the morning, at night. Wayne, for a year straight, 3 video releases in the morning, 3 video releases in the afternoon, for a year.
Jeez.
And it didn't matter what it was. It didn't matter what. It was him dancing in front of his door, and he kept using his catchphrase. You know, help is on the way. And he was marketing genius. Marketing genius. Absolutely. So when you name the live and you're hitting those people for 10 days before the gig, just keep, hey, Atlanta, I'm coming. Get your tickets, atlantacomedytheater.com. We'll see you there. You just want that repetition of the name of the live to get to enough people where they start paying attention, like, oh, okay, he's coming to my town. You know, you'll catch him. So that's one way of driving more business. You know, flyers. Oh, and then, you know, when you post something, and you can always save the lives, right? You can put them on your main feed. Now, because you get to fill in, of course, what it is, right? Gary's going to be at the Atlanta Comedy Theater this Friday, and the live says it. So now you've hit them with the name of the live. Now you're posting it in Reels, because Reels get far more look. And by the way, if you post your flyers in Reels, put some music under it, because Reels with music get more looks. Mm-hmm. So now, watch for comments. Oh, well, I live in Atlanta. Now you're direct messaging everybody who comments on anything to do with that flyer, with the post. Hey, I'm going to be there. We'd love to see you. Send them a voice DM. Now oh my God, this guy that I watch, who I love watching, just sent me a voicemail saying he's coming. Just personally invited me out to the show. Let me throw money at him and go. You understand? It's just psychology. It's just marketing. Mm-hmm. That's all it is. But that really works as far as like answering the posts and everything. Mm-hmm. What I would like to do is bring up two gentlemen.
Great.
Who will be performing here this evening, who were here a year ago, who I said, okay guys, sit down, I want to talk to you. And I told them all of this stuff. They have sold more than twice as many tickets to tonight's show than they did a year ago. And I'll let them tell their story and how it is. So guys, give it up for Wayne and Luke.
Yeah.
We'll bring them up here.
Get in here, kids.
Should I get on that side?
Yeah, you get on that side.
Yeah.
You get the cord. You get the Chris Rock mic with the cord.
Cool. There you go.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Sounds good. Yeah.
So please.
The thing on?
Yeah, it's on.
All right. That's,
We're on live right now. Look at that. We're on
yes,
live
we're
right now.
on live
The
right now.
show, it's in a couple hours from right now.
Yes.
From the show, Atlanta Comedy Theater.
And I did not take my own advice, and I did not name the live because I was just trying to get it up. So, and as I was putting the live on, I'm like, yeah, I got time. I'll do it later.
It's a process.
It is a process. It is a process. So, well, I guess I can only do one of you guys at a time, but we'll go back and forth.
No biggie.
Yeah.
So, tell your story about
happened?
marketing for you guys over this past year, right?
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, everything that you said is very, you got to get out there. You got to kind of, direct message, definitely talk to the people one-on-one. It's always better. I mean, really, like, just finding all the ways you can reach out to people and how they're in your city or something is the most important part. Why do you agree? I mean,
I would definitely agree. I think you just have to diversify your different marketing strategies. Last year we were very Instagram heavy, and we are still Instagram heavy. That's probably our strongest platform each. But I post on. This is going to be a horrible reality. I post on 7 platforms.
Yeah.
Twice a day.
Do you use like Hootsuite to? You do it all individually?
manually.
There are a lot of superstitions when it comes to social media. So if you find success doing that, that's really good. For me, I have never found scheduling or like pre-posting in that way to be successful. I found that the apps personally like it more if you do it individually.
yeah, I definitely agree.
But again, it might be superstition,
Right.
Well, yeah, I mean, I post as much as possible. I post 4 times a day on Instagram, and then, I do the same thing as him, where 7 different platforms. Usually, for me, right, I'm a young kid, I'm like 17, so Facebook, nobody likes me on Facebook, because that's all old people,
I do,
right?
I do well. I do well on
I do.
Facebook.
Wyatt does well on
He
Facebook.
does well on Snapchat.
That's what I do. So you find your own. I mean, Snapchat. I'm like, okay, kids are on Snapchat. That's my what's it called. No comedian. Matt Rife is, a couple others. I'm posting on Snapchat. I have a good amount, nothing crazy, like 50K right now. But it's just working, and it'll like hopefully in a couple years I'll have much bigger. But that's another market that's not being reached by any real comedians like right now. So since I know that that'll fit my market, I go to that app. I mean, obviously it changes for different people, but yeah.
No, that's really interesting. I'd love to know how the analytics behind Snap, because I've thought about advertising on Snapchat.
Yeah, that's the.
So
But
we've never done paid advertising on Snapchat. We've definitely thought about it. It wouldn't be monetarily worth it for me. It'd be like throwing money in the wind. But for him, it might be worth it.
Well, the problem is, I mean, this is.
What's
like,
the age demo?
So the age is like maybe 15 to like 25, and they're
So I
obviously
can catch the last half of it.
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously like 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, but those guys are like the creeps, right? Or,
of course.
yeah. And so they're on there, but those are the guys that ironically will buy tickets. I mean, kids can't buy tickets as much unless you're like, you know what I mean? Because they have to convince their parents and stuff, so that's why it's harder to sell tickets, obviously, on Snapchat than Facebook. Because Facebook, they have their own wealth. They can come to the show, they can pay for it. They're older. Snapchat, they have to convince their parents and stuff, which is a hurdle, but you definitely, yeah.
Have you had discussions with your fans on Snapchat about people that have come to the club that heard about it, that follow you, heard about you were going to be in their city, bought a ticket and came?
I've talked to a couple people from Snapchat, definitely like that have come to the shows or just recognize me from Snapchat. Usually I don't. It's not like anything in depth. They just say like, oh, I love your stuff and stuff. But the problem with Snapchat is,
doesn't have as many tools as
yeah,
the Meta
you can't
platform.
direct message. That's the biggest problem. Is there's a lot of like hurdles you have to get through, and as the app is updating, you obviously have to keep checking, keep making sure like, okay, what's the new features? Got to stay updated. Got to stay into, how you can market the best. I look at literally, I go on Instagram or Snapchat like maybe once a month, and I just look at every feature again to see if I can come up with a new idea on how to market it. Yeah.
Well, most comics struggle with even knowing what to post. So if you're posting 7 times a day, like, how are you creating so many ideas, and how are you maintaining consistency with this?
So I would say a lot of it. I mean, obviously you're gonna have to repost.
This is what this is what people always say to me. They're like, well, I'll be like, you gotta post every day. That's the minimum. And they're like, how do I do that? I'm like, I don't know. That's not my problem.
Yeah.
You gotta figure it out yourself. Like, Jesus Christ. It's a horrible reality, but it's like, for me, if you're speaking technically, I'm a one-liner comic, so it's a lot easier for me than for other people to post many times. You know what I mean? But so I think you need to diversify your content. Right now on my page, I have one-liners that I put up. I'll have bits that'll be in, the stand-up shot structure. I have Luke and I will do partner stand-up reels sometimes.
Podcast.
We have podcast reels. We have straight-up posters, although those are not really effective. And then I also have like a dating show, so I'll also have reels from that. So amongst all those things, which did take me a long time to build up, I can post twice a day easily.
Well, yeah, I mean, because our podcast, right, we post a reel every other day, right, automatically.
And my
then
dating
his
show, I post every other day, and then stand-up I post every other day as well as posting on trials every day.
So it just automatically, yeah. And the thing about reposts is you just have to, you shouldn't repost on your main page, definitely more on trials, which is an Instagram feature. But the biggest thing is you have to, trials knows obviously if you're reposting or not.
What is trials?
It's like it's a feature on Instagram only if you have
It's basically a feature that posts reels but does not show it to your followers.
Yeah, it shows it to
exclusively
only
shows it to non-followers.
It's very,
And in my opinion, real reels are like dead compared to
they
trials.
Kind of, yeah.
They're dead.
So
interesting.
The
Reels just go to your existing followers.
Yeah.
They would say like it's just to feed your existing fans.
Wow.
Keep them engaged, but it's not for fan acquisition.
All right, hold on. Listen to what they're saying right here, because this.
No, I mean it's true. So the reels
if you want to talk about how we doubled in sales, it's really just that we doubled in followers. I mean, that's the only thing.
The reel that like really bumped me up, right? I had 2 specific reels, like both of them were kind of crowd. One of them was a heckler, one of them was like just me doing a bit. And I posted them on trials. I actually didn't want to. Wyatt convinced me because he was like, no, dude, just try it, right? But I was like, I don't know, right? So I posted them. They went crazier, like 5 million, right, whatever. And I was like, oh, perfect. Like, this is amazing.
Wow.
And then you can also post it on your main page, and it'll do well as well, but it won't do obviously as well. The thing about trials is...
I'll give an example for that, actually. So for my recent special, we had clips that are obviously like higher quality than they would be from a usual reel. And so I would post them simultaneously on trials and on my main page.
Yeah.
And on trials, like the best ones would get like 2 million views, and the ones you post on the main page would get 40,000 views. So the main page is like
dead.
fucked.
It's dead.
It's fucked.
Right.
And the interesting thing is, for trials, right, obviously, trials is meant to, like, they want reposts, right? Instagram wants your most viral content to stay in kind of the zeitgeist and keep going around. So for trials, the hardest thing and the most important thing is you have to make sure Instagram doesn't know it's a repost. Because if it's a repost, they'll flag it. They don't want anybody to see that. But in my opinion, I try to make sure it's not like you can get past those hurdles.
So
in
like
some
for
sort of
me,
way.
he has to do different things, but for me, I'll have like my one-liners that I know always go viral, and I will put them into a compilation, but I can just change the order.
Right.
And for the
And then
algorithm,
it's
that's
different.
enough.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Like, I'll do for me, the follow rate is increased by the length of the video. Because the longer someone watches you, the more likely they are to go and then follow you.
What's
right?
the good length?
Well, honestly, the longest you can do, the longest possible as long as they're engaged. Your friend Matt Rife, he posts fucking 10-minute reels. And that, if you can get someone to watch that, that's insane. You're gonna do really well. So for me, if I can get a 2-minute reel of all one-liners, which will probably be like 12 one-liners in that, then that would be perfect. And then I could just keep tweaking the order, you know what I mean? Keep tweaking the order, maybe put the most offensive one right in the end or right at the beginning, and yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, I'd say 2 minute 30 for me is like prime time. Like that's why I have my highest follow rate, definitely.
But then you'll never see me post something that long on my main feed for the most
Well,
part.
the problem with trials is if it's above 3 minutes, they won't. You'll get like 4 views maybe.
No.
So you have to like tread the line really carefully and kind of get 2 minute 30 maybe. It has to be extremely engaging. But yeah, there's a lot of different just kind of ways to repost, which is compilations basically. Yeah.
And where is trials?
So when you,
Show me on the
Luke will show you, it's real simple. When you go to post, there's a little button that says, do you want to share it as a trial or do you want to share it as a
Where-
I
I don't know what you did. What
It's
did you
right
do?
here. It shows up. I believe only. I don't know what the.
But how do you
follower
get
count is.
to this?
And then create trial.
Have y'all heard of trials before?
I've
I've heard
never.
it.
All right,
Some
no.
of you haven't?
Start at the
Okay.
beginning. Show me what you're hitting to get
People
to
with
this.
gray hair haven't
So
heard of.
I just
the
go. It's
trials
just right
yet.
here. It's like where
Oh, you
drafts
just-
are. It's just right in this tab, and then you click on it. And and then see this one got 188. This is like I posted like 2 days ago. But see, that's how you're able to post like more consistently without like diluting your followers. None of your followers want to see a million reposts like the same thing. They'll get sick of you.
Yeah, no, they don't
But
want
your
to see it.
non-follower, like obviously people that don't follow you, it's just them discovering you. And so even if that reel has already been like, has already gone 5 million, let's just say on your main page, if you, posted a compilation or something, it's just ringing out like the towel of how many followers you can get from that reel.
And then,
Basically.
We're trying to do a similar thing with our ad strategy.
Yeah.
Because obviously once you have an existing follower base, you want to target your ads to the followers, right?
Right.
So like for example, what I will do, and I was talking to a good friend of mine, Garrett Abdo. She has a special on Netflix. I was hanging out with her in Europe last month. Yeah, last month. And she was explaining to me what she does is, for her, you can't just have 1 or 2 ad assets. She will run 15 ad assets. Because you don't want someone to, if you see the same fucking ad a million times, you hate that. You want to see, wow, this guy's a wealth of material that I'm interested in.
So if there's a comic listening to this who is excited to start building their social media following, where would you suggest they start for it to be a sustainable, like they actually do it?
So I'd say, whenever I see somebody starting, it's obviously, really hard because you don't have that much material. You're like, the most important part is it just has to look quality. Obviously, I'm not saying just camera quality, that's really important, but also like your captions, they have to look like directly.
Put love in it. Put love in it.
Put love, put your hard work, stress, like I when I first started like editing captions and stuff, Wyatt obviously showed me the app that we use, which is InShot. But I was horrible. It would be like here and here and stuff, and it takes time. It took me like 2 hours to edit a reel at one point. Now it takes me maybe 30 minutes, 15 minutes, just because you just do it over and over and over again. But it really, if somebody sees it and your caption's there and then another caption's there, I'm like, okay, what is this guy doing? This guy's clearly like not taking it seriously. If your caption's there, it looks like quality, it looks good.
I say it like you said, like people don't, at least the kids don't watch TV, they watch
Yeah.
their phone.
Yeah.
You gotta compete on a TV quality level, once you can. Once you can throw money into the app and like really make your video look good, obviously do that. For someone starting, I would say just throw as much shit at the fan as you can.
Yeah.
And then whatever works, keep trying to replicate that. You know, like, so for me, like, again, like some of my one-liners start doing it, I'm like, oh my god, maybe I can do this. The way that I adapted that with meme content, and it's not a secret, you can go see it on my page, is I will cut out the laughter. Like, as soon as the punchline hits, the reel's done. So it replays, and then also, it's very, I don't know how to explain it other than it's very meme-like.
So,
you know?
No, I completely agree. There's other features. Like, I started doing this thing to
I
make
can
it.
show if you want.
Yeah, you should. To make it more like a meme, right? You have to catch their attention in 3 seconds, Instagram says, is the best way to do it. The way I've done it, and I just see other people do it, I just always observe comics that are bigger than you. At like
Yes,
a million,
that's the most
that's the number one thing. If somebody's at a million, Gianmarco Ceresi, he's like a genius, right? He's doing something, I'm doing something, right? Like, that's the number one thing. But basically, what I've started doing is I've started putting like, here, let me show this. Everybody just starts putting a caption on the video rather than just like guys.
And also, like, I see you guys have thumbnails too. Like, you designed the cover image.
That's very important. Well, because
on
that shows
the grid.
professionality, right? Like, if you have your own specific fonts, like, okay, all the brands, Nike, right? They all have fonts. They all know how to kind of like show their branding. That's more important, like later on in the game, once you have a specific, maybe over 50K or something. But obviously, professionality can show at any
So, like,
point.
this is like,
you can see I have like the same font.
Muslim and she's not allowed to do either of those. Well, I was like, first of all,
see, no laughter, it goes straight to the next
Just
joke.
the joke.
Straight
So-
to it's just about the joke.
The problem with meme format, I found, is it reduces follow rate, right? Because they just see you as a meme as like something like a, you know, but it does help you like just be able to post a ton. Like,
right, to keep the algorithm going.
bring the followers out. But yeah, guy discovers he's gay during my show. That's like I keep it up there.
Just clickbait as
Right?
hard as possible.
And you're like, oh shit, what, this guy discovered he's gay. What is this, right? And so you watch it, and then even if that only happens like 50 seconds into the reel, they're gonna wait for that, right? Because they're like, I want to get the dopamine hit of this guy discovering he's gay. But they don't know that. If I didn't put that there, they wouldn't know that's even coming, right? So they'll just be like, all right, what the fuck this guy, like,
yeah,
right?
This
like,
is just some mid-crowd work.
yeah, okay. Amazingly amazing crowd work. But yeah. So it'll just be like, yeah.
They are brothers.
Yeah.
They are
after
brothers,
all.
by the way. Yeah.
All right, I want to add to this conversation with an old school social media man.
Facebook.
Come on,
Facebook.
because you were doing it before these young whippersnappers. Get a chair. Come on up here. Alton Walker. Oh, don't hurt your. Yeah, we don't need you.
And
We don't need you in.
Should I try to
But-
get a chair?
Yeah,
Here,
Alton,
You'll get this stool?
come right here, man.
All right.
I'll stay up here.
but Alton's a good example too, because what Lucas and Wyatt are talking about, they're like,
17, man.
Yeah, I'm old school.
but what's cool about Alton is, like, Lucas and Wyatt are talking about like doing stand-up clips and like podcasts and things like that. But Alton has blown up just like talking like very lo-fi, like you're just talking to the camera, you're doing characters. So like, yeah, more insight into your approach.
well, and talk about the exercise thing. That was crazy.
I mean, everything is, like you said, you throw at it and it's a mistake. So when comedians, like, they don't know what to post, like, we comedians, man. If something current happened, put your take on it. If that's the least you can do. If something in the world happened, get on camera. You don't have to do a green screen. So everything that I've done was a mistake. The R&B workout was a mistake. I did a video. Yeah, it was a mistake. I did a video about R&B. You know how they have the choreography and R&B, you know, the dancers and the, you know, singers, they always have some type of background, you know, whatever. So I just did a video in my living room. And I wanted to make it perfect. I wanted to do it in the gym. But I said, you know what, I'm just gonna do it in the living room. That thing got 1 million views overnight. And people was in the comments like, oh, I take this class.
Wait, tell them the premise so that it's a
So
workout.
basically, y'all know Bobby Brown, every little step I take. So in the video, he does a move like this. Every little step I take, I'm doing that as workout. I'm doing Drew Hill jump. So they tell me that's like a workout. And so I did a video of it and it went viral. And so I just kept on doing R&B workout videos.
Tell them what happened the first time you actually did it live with an paying audience.
Sold out. First I put it out. The video came out December 1st. I had tickets up for an event December 25th of 2019. It was right before the pandemic. And I did like a little deal, like first 50. Those sold out in like 10 minutes. And we ended up getting a gym and 300 people came out, sold it out, off of me doing the workout. And the only reason why I kind of stopped because of the pandemic, and I'm not a fitness person, so I was like, this is not even me, but it was so bad. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all how bad it got. Somebody paid me $4,000 to come do a workout, R&B workout for their kids in Augusta, Georgia. And I'm like, with all these, I felt so bad because I'm not a fitness trainer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I'm gonna go get the money. But I felt so bad taking it. So even but one person told me, a dude named Shula King. I don't know if y'all familiar with Shula King. He just said, man, find something that you could do. One, that's just easy. So the reason why I do the God Ain't Please, because it's easy. I do it in one take. Play the video, God Ain't Please, one line, and it's done. And those videos, it makes me mad because those videos do well, and I hate it because I'd rather the videos that I take more time in to do, but.
Well, his is, he doesn't even say anything. His is just.
Shula called me and told me he was gonna do that. Shula King.
Just stares at the camera like.
He said, this is what he told me. He said, Alton, the reason why you don't put a lot of videos out is because you take too long to create them. And that was me when I would do my commentary. I would go back and like keep punching. So a 1 minute video takes me 10 minutes to do because I wanted to make it perfect. He was like, Alton, you're funny. Just talk, it's gonna come out. And he said, this is what he said, I'm gonna tell you what I'm getting ready to do. I'm gonna play the video and I'm just gonna look at the camera.
Pull up Shula King and watch his video because they are hilarious.
And I'm so mad.
And it's just him going like this.
I don't even think he redo that video. I think
it's the same. I think it's the same video.
And he just stared and he said, I'm just simplifying it.
He just shows he shows people being really stupid, and then he's just staring in the camera.
Hilarious.
It's just look, and I'm mad because I'm trying to punch up a joke to make it funny, the video funny, but then he just said, I'm just gonna look. So it's like finding that thing that's easy. And for comedians, if you don't do anything else, it's easy for you to talk. What's going on in your day? What happened today? You went to the store and what happened? If something funny happened, get on and talk about it and post it. I see Kev on stage do it all the time. Kev on stage will take somebody else caption. This caption says, do you still come in, do your kids come in before the street lights? And then he talk about it, and those videos go crazy. So, like I said, it's just about putting it out there, and when you read the comments, the people are gonna tell you what they want. Whether it's, hey, this I will take this class, okay, well, I'll do the class. God ain't pleased. When I started doing that, I didn't even notice I was saying God ain't pleased. I was doing a video, every Sunday I would do a preaching video, and I kept on saying God ain't pleased. And somebody said, oh, I'll buy that shirt. So I just started every video, God ain't pleased. Then I started doing and, not knowing I'm doing and. But somebody in the comments said, and, it's hilarious. So now in front of every video you see me, and, God ain't pleased.
How many followers do you have on Instagram?
Right now I'm 200 and something.
How many followers?
And then on Facebook I'm at 380,000. TikTok, this is my third TikTok because I keep getting banned.
God ain't pleased.
So my third TikTok, I don't even care about TikTok anymore. But between Instagram and Facebook.
How many did you have 2 years ago? On Instagram, let's just talk Instagram and Facebook.
It's probably under 100, maybe like 150,000, 100-some thousand. And like I said, don't get me wrong, I'm still, because I'm gonna tell you my issue, and we was talking about it the other day. I have too much creativity with me, where I get bored. The R&B workout, if I would have kept doing it, would have probably been a tour by now in stadiums or in something like that. Or I could have had, because my idea was to get R&B artists to actually pull up and do their own on stage, which would have been dope. I still want to do it, but it was consistency. I did the Animal Church. I used to do voiceover for Animal
I
Church.
forgot about that.
Yeah,
Those
so
are great.
my issue is I get bored, and I'm like, okay, give me something else. And so that's my only issue. If I be consistent in anything, because my stuff go viral, I just don't be consistent in it.
The reason I asked how many followers 2 years ago is because when we're booking a social media comedian, the first thing I need to know is, well, all right, how many followers do they have? If they have 150, 200, 250,000, all right, they can push some tickets, maybe 100, 150 tickets for one show. If they're at 500,000, okay, well, we can sell out a show. Once they hit that million, okay, that could be one night, 2 shows, maybe 4 shows.
Maybe.
2 years ago, at however many followers you had, Alton sold out the entire Thanksgiving weekend because of his hustle.
Yeah, and I don't want to really give it, but I will. I will give my. He always so.
I already gave the sauce away, but you can
because
reiterate.
he always have people call me. I'm like, Garrett, you can't tell everybody this.
Yes, you can. It helps everybody.
Like I don't want to tell everybody this, but I'm what they call guerrilla marketing. So I know I don't have the followers where I could just post one flyer and it sell out. So I don't know how I came across doing this, but if you can't sell out the city you were born or live in, then that's an issue. I always feel that if you can't sell out that, don't even try to go on the road. Because if you can't sell out, so my thing was if I can't sell out Atlanta, where I went to school and people know me, then I need to just keep opening up for somebody. But what I figured out on Facebook, so there's a few things I do. On Facebook, you can put friends in Atlanta. And they'll pull up all your friends in Atlanta. So what I do, and I'm gonna share it because y'all not gonna do it anyway. Most comedians I tell to do this, they don't do it. So
And this
I'm
also
gonna give it to you.
this applies to us talking earlier about how to sell out a local show, even if you don't
Right.
have like a huge social following.
Right.
All right, let me just get one person that I sent it to. I know I sent it to him.
But you'll filter your Facebook friends by like in
This
Atlanta.
is only friends. This doesn't work for your
Nah, this-
professional profile, right?
Yeah, this don't work for professional. It's only friends and on your Facebook. So let's see if I can find. Oh, that's his page. Hold on.
You'll copy and paste like the same message.
No, I don't send the text. I'm about to show you what I did.
He does what? That's where I got the thing when I said the
Oh,
voice.
yeah. I'm gonna let y'all hear it.
Okay.
I'm gonna let y'all hear it so y'all
Showed us
can.
last year.
Yeah, this was crazy.
Huh?
This was insane.
Hold on.
Pull up on me. Brian, listen. Brian, I got some shows every weekend in Atlanta. Pull up on me. 5 shows, November 25th and 27th. Let me know if you pull up, man. You know, I can see the link. I put your guest list and stuff like that. But I'm trying to sell this thing out, man. 5 shows, check it out, man. If you in town and you don't come, tell everybody go first walk. I promise you. Tell everybody go first.
Yeah. So I find all my friends, and with your friends, you can message them and they will see it. And so I say their name, Brian, and then I make up sometimes I say, if you don't come, I'm gonna tell everybody you pee in the bed. Just something funny. and he'll laugh. And when I say, I will say, instead of just saying, are you coming, blah, 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 and send the link, I'll do a call to action. If you want to come, let me know and I will send you the link, which forces them to respond. Because if I just say, hey, I'm gonna send you the link, they can just put a laughing emoji and that'll be it. But if I say, hey, if you want the link, let me know, and most people say, oh man, yeah, send the link. Send the link, some will go buy it real quick, and it's over with. But what I do is, a couple of weeks before, I go back and say, hey, just making sure you still coming, da 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 da. they'll end up posting that, hey, I bought it, bam. Then I take that and I post it in my story and tag it. And say, oh man, shout out to something. So it's like,
Which
it's
makes
always
people want to do it to get posted in your story.
So I do it every time I do Atlanta. I go in there and I do that. And then I also put out an ad. I don't know if y'all talked about ads, but me personally, I do $400 or $500 a city in ads. And when you do ads, you'll see, you have to find the video and you'll see that people shared it. People, because the ad is not gonna post on your page, but they'll make comments, you know, or they'll share it. Because most of the time my video is not a, hey, come out, it's either a funny video. One is maybe my funniest or my viral video. I take, the first video I put out is my most viral video. So it was a video with the They Not Like Us. I did an old school They Not Like, it went crazy. So I used that video as the ad. At the end of the ad, I say, hey, I'm in Atlanta. So you'll see people sharing it, they laughing, that video goes viral again. So what do? Well, I got data. So everybody that had comment on it, I go to their message, do the same thing. Hey, I see you like my video, or I see you sharing my video. Hey, da 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 da. If you want it, let me know. We know all these people that are commenting are in Atlanta because I only targeted Atlanta with that post, with that ad. Here's the bad thing about it, sometimes they won't see it because it'll go to the spam. So you know what I do? I post a comment under their first video on their page. They already liked it, they already shared it, so you're not bothering them. So it's like, hey, thank you for liking my post in their caption. And their first video, thank you for liking my post, da 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 da. If you want tickets, da 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 da. And that's how I push my
Explain the difference, because you just said something.
Is that confusing? Was that looking okay?
You just said something very important. The distinction between boosting a post and ad manager.
Yeah, it's a difference because when you post on your page and you boost the post, to me it doesn't do much for me, you know. But if you download Ad Manager, and then you can target a certain area, and it goes out like what they call a dark post, whatever. It's not going to post on your page, but it's going to go out there to everybody that lives in Atlanta or surrounding areas. And so, you know, everybody that shared it or saw it is someone in Atlanta. So it is a difference. So don't boost any ads. Always go to Ad Manager to put out an ad. And I think somebody else said it. I learned that I usually put out 3 different ads. So I start a month out before any show. So if I got a show in Atlanta, I start my ad a month out. That first is the viral video that everybody knows me for. Maybe a week or a week and a half later, I'll post a stand-up ad. You know, and then the week after that, I just post a regular ad and be saying, hey, come on out. So it's 3 different videos for an ad because again, you want people to see you in different, I think somebody already said it.
Yeah,
so imagine if somebody saw the viral video, they laughed, shared it, then they saw a stand-up video, oh, he is coming to Atlanta, so now I got him twice. Then the last one is just another reminder, I'm coming to Atlanta. So that person that ended up sharing and liking your video 3 times, then you make sure, hey, all right, I see you sharing the like, are you coming? You know, so that's one way. I got some other secrets, but I ain't gonna share it with y'all. I'll give y'all one more, because I know y'all ain't gonna do it. So on Instagram,
I'm going home and doing all of
on
them.
Instagram, you can pull up Atlanta Comedy Theater, right? You can just post it and click the location. Everybody that's been here, that tagged or was at Atlanta Comedy Theater, they've been here before. I go on there and comment. Hey, I see you was at Atlanta Comedy Theater. I'll be back. Don't know if you're familiar with my comedy, but it's a great show.
Well, where is that again?
Oh, you go on Instagram.
Right.
I have a question. That doesn't get you, if you mass do that to hundreds of people, that won't get
It don't flag. I don't ever get flagged. And I also, if they do, every once in a while they'll say, okay, that's a limit.
Yeah.
Then I go to their Instagram, and I do the same thing. Hey, leave a voice note. But you can literally go to Instagram, put in Atlanta Comedy Theater.
I want to see this.
So I put in Atlanta Comedy Theater, and I'm gonna go to places. Hold on, let me just put it in. Atlanta.
So type in where you're trying to do the show,
Right.
and then it'll show you by location who has been there before.
Who has been there? Because if they tag Atlanta Theater location,
Yeah.
you can find them.
You can also use this to find hot girls in your area.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's do that, Hawker.
You just search hot girls. Yeah.
Oh, but they ain't take it away.
You just gave away the sauce and they took it away.
They just heard you and they canceled it.
Yeah. But you could also probably do that with people that follow a venue. If like they're following,
Oh, they may have took it away. Hold
if
on.
they follow Atlanta Comedy Theater, you could go,
Let me go to location.
since they're a fan of the place you're trying to do a show. But it's good to know that even in social media, you can use like old school
Did it take
tactics
yours away? Did it take yours away?
to connect.
No, I got places.
Oh, so you got places. Where's mine?
So yeah, I typed in, I pressed places.
So you press places.
And then, you want to do it?
All right, cool. Cause they bad too. All right, so you see where it says places.
Sorry, Garrett.
Atlanta Comedy Theater.
Right?
So everybody,
Sorry.
that's right, everybody that was at this location,
Yeah, all the posts.
everybody that posted it and said they're here, and this is go back way back to 2000 and whatever, or when you open
10,000, 19,000
19,000
posts.
posts.
Can I show?
So that's 19,000 people that posted about Atlanta Comedy Theater that you can reach out to and say,
I need to go home. I got marketing to do.
so it's guerrilla marketing, but
You can do it on the
it worked. It worked, man. You know, so that's how I do my best to sell out shows or market my shows. So
Yeah, I mean, content should be quick. Marketing takes so much time, I feel like. And it's a good thing, though. Marketing should be just hard work. And that's what you're talking about.
yeah, I mean, what else you doing?
This is
I do it
show
full-time.
business.
I mean, that's what I say. Because, I mean, obviously, if you work a full-time job, you don't have the luxury to do this. But once you're full-time comedy, what the fuck are you doing during the day?
Yeah.
This is all I'm doing during the day. You know, I video edit for a long time. I do a lot
You're
of
recovering from the hangover.
Yeah.
I don't do all that. I don't do all that.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Well, are there any questions from the
From you
people
guys.
here that we can help answer in the last few minutes? Yeah.
When Alton says when you say you do 3 different ads in Ad Manager, are you doing that paying for them separately, or on that one payment you just change the
Yeah, so
And try to repeat the question when people ask.
So that it's on tape.
Okay.
For the audio.
I go to Ad Manager
yeah.
and I do 3 videos. One is viral, one is stand up, one is
Mm-hmm.
follow up. Do you buy 3 separate $400-$500 ads?
Okay.
Or change the video?
So do I?
When you post multiple ads
I forgot
of different formats, do you create a new ad for each format, or is it all part of the same ad?
So it's a new. So yeah, it's a new video ad, but it's within my budget.
Yeah.
If that's what you're asking, I got a $500 budget. So that first one may go out because you can change the budget on your. So my first one may go out, and I may say, look, this is the first one. I may put $20 a day on it. You know what I'm saying? And so when I put that second video out, that first video is going now. So I changed the budget for that. I may go to $5 a day. I still got it out there, but it's a lesser budget. And then that second one, $10 a day. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to make sure it all don't go over my $500 budget, because I have a $500 budget. Yeah. Now I know some comedians. I was on the road with Kev on stage. He was doing $2,000-$3,000. But if you know the money he made,
Yeah.
it's worth it.
Right.
You know, those ads, they work. You just have to work them. Just don't have them out there. Now, if you got the social media following, you can just put it out and people come, that's fine. But some of us are probably not there yet. But if you got a video out and it's working and it's going out to people and they're commenting, you have data now. I can reach out to these people. I can contact them. I can get, so that's how you get them in, will them on in. So yeah, but don't go over $500 when you got it.
Cool.
I know you said do quick takes as much as possible, but if you're a comedian that does mostly stories or narration to get like just a funny story going, would you recommend doing a shorter one or just go with how you feel?
Part 1, part 2, and part 3, hook them and keep them coming back.
Okay.
I would say go look at what the big storytelling comedians are doing. Go look at what the storytelling comedians are doing on social media and just copy whatever they're doing.
I mean, you had a girl, what's the girl that did a 40-part video?
Oh yeah.
What was
What?
that young lady's name? She got a deal and everything.
Oh, she wasn't a comic?
She wasn't even a comic. But she did on TikTok, she did a 40-part video about something. I can't think of the one girl name.
You're not talking about Issa Rae.
Not Issa Rae.
Okay.
There was another girl that did a 40-part video of one story.
She married some guy.
And married somebody and went out there. I wish I knew her name. But she now have a deal. She had like some kind of, but it was a 40-part video that people kept watching and watching and all.
I'm doing a 7,000 part video on this club tonight.
So, and I'm gonna tell you now, what Issa Rae is doing is another thing that I've been trying to get people on, like to get ahead of that with the shorts that leave a cliffhanger at the end. You know, but
Well, let's give credit where credit is due on who really developed that.
who?
Country Wayne.
Well, yeah.
When you hear everybody talking about verticals, that's Country Wayne from 2020. His monetization of Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, he has shown me that 1.2 million a month. A month. Because he hooks them at the beginning, he gives them the story, and he leaves them with a cliffhanger. He was the first one out there creating story arcs and characters and bringing characters in and out of and carrying it through everything. It gets their attention. It's like soap opera. It's mini soap operas.
Yeah, you can see Ali Sadiq doing that too. He'll post like part 5, part 19 of like a stand-up bit, but he just breaks it up into smaller parts too. Because he's a storyteller.
And use what they're doing, but don't try to. Some people try to recreate what they're doing. Like Ali Sadiq doing these, being a storyteller. Now everybody trying to do story. No, Ali Sadiq has trained his audience for years.
Right.
Where they can come in and sit down and start doing storytelling. So you have to find what works for you, but it's right in front of you. What works? If you got a child, how many of y'all got kids? And you know how much the internet loves children? You don't have videos about your kids out now?
I do.
Like, I wish I had a little kid. I'm looking for a child. I'm just saying, I mean, for real, people love family and kids content, which leads to other brand deals and stuff like that. So it's like everything you have is right in front of you. It just do it. Don't overthink it. It's right there.
Cool. Any other questions?
So I had a question for you two all three of you on captions, what you do for your captions when you post different reels. And then for Alton, do you use trial reels? Have you tried using the trial?
Captions and trial reels.
I've seen trial reels, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I just posted one. When they said it, I said I want to try it. So I took a video that I know went viral for me. That's a good video for a Sunday morning, for a Sunday. I just did it. I literally just posted just to see, because I seen it, but I didn't understand it.
Yeah, and then
I gotta
like
see
caption
how-
style.
I just literally, you see me, I just posted it. I just want to see what it does.
The problem is if it's exactly the same as one you've already posted
Oh,
on
okay.
Instagram, and then
Oh.
You have to like click the algorithm.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Show me how you got into trials.
It's right before you posted. Yes, so.
So like, is there any
hashtags
Oh,
found
so you're saying the literal like clickbait?
you said what?
You're saying like the caption like
Yeah,
down there?
underneath what they see, is there any strategy for how you try to or what you say?
Oh, okay, so you
I
scroll
think-
down.
I do
Got
think
it.
that, I think so. Obviously, at different levels, it changes, right? I mean, I know comedians that just immediately put their tour dates right there, right? Like on tour, Atlanta, right? Like Charlotte, all the different tour dates in their caption. Then they put their 5 hashtags. Hashtags don't matter anymore, though, really. I mean, but the most important thing with captions, I don't think the bottom caption matters that much. Right, I mean, you can follow the media trends like I always do, like POV, because I'm a teenager, right? I mark myself as that. So POV, you just saw like like a teenager that does stand up, right? Like something that kind of relates to like maybe a TikTok trend or something like that they do. But I say for like the literal like captions on the video that you put on the video, not just down there. Just say whatever happens in the video and make it a little outrageous.
I would align it with your brand as well. Like
yeah.
For me, this is a video got like about 6 million on Instagram and then gained me 40,000 followers. And the caption is, if you find these funny, you're not going to heaven. You know, because they're all like dark jokes or whatever. So I guess just align it with
make
your
it
brand.
catchy.
Luke does a lot of stuff where it'll highlight the fact. Like right now, he's like, I'm the Lamine Yamal of comedy.
Yeah,
he's the Lamine.
right, because it's the World Cup. Lamine Yamal is like a
18-year-old.
So something that fits your brand. But obviously, you know, you don't want to get stuck in that. I'm trying to like move away since I'm growing up. But yeah, something hopefully like a caption that highlights your brand, what you're trying to be. If you're a storyteller, maybe something about stories. You know what I mean? If it's like a political
If it's a story, I would just clickbait the story as hard as possible.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean?
literally, like guy discovers he's gay during my show. How can you condense that story? Like, what did I like? So I tell a story. This joke is just about like somebody calling me like Baljeet, right? Because that's not a slur for Indian people, right? And on the YouTube thumbnail, I just said like he yelled a slur at me, which people think, oh, in the video, somebody in the crowd's gonna yell a slur at him. That's not what happens, right? But when they watch the video, they get interested. So it's not like I'm like coming from nowhere, you know? So if the clickbait still makes sense and like is reasonable, people won't be mad at it, right?
The thoughts that are going through my head right now
but
for
the biggest thing,
clickbait.
it's like if I'm posting a political
Comedian
joke,
raped
right,
on stage.
if I'm posting a political joke, I'll be like, I'm gonna be drafted to Iran for these jokes, right? Like something like holy shit, but also like
That could happen.
Yeah, no, that could happen. That's why it's funny too. Is I'm draft age, or I'm gonna be, but yeah. So yeah, something like that, I'd say. If you have any other questions, just
Thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think the main thing too is just consistency. You want why are people coming back to your page is what you want. So my DM is full of crazy videos because they know I do the God ain't please. It just became a thing now. So if they see a video, I mean, I can show you my DM. People are just
Tony Baker used to say you get animal videos all the time.
So it's like people know, okay, it's got to a point where they'll look at Shula video or look at another comedian video and still send it to me to get my take on it. You know, so it's like, why do you want people to come back to your page? And they'll tell you why if you put it out there. But it's also there, being consistent. I started putting 6 videos out a day. I was doing 2 or 3. Now I do 6. I do 6 videos a day. But what I do is I take 1 hour of the day, get all my videos. Sometimes I do 4 days. I just do 4 days. I take my Monday, like today, I go home and take an hour, find my videos, and schedule them until like Wednesday or Thursday. And now I got my day to myself. If there's something else that pop up, I can add one or take away one and reschedule it. But what are we doing? But being at home, come on now. Most comedians, we at home if you're full-time playing video games. I know a lot of comedians that play video games all day. And it's sad. So I treat it like a business from 9 to 5. Well, I'm on radio now, so I'm up 5 o'clock in the morning. So I have to get the videos out because from 5 to 10, well, sometimes 5 to 12, I'm on radio. So by the time I get to my first video, it's 12 o'clock. So that's why I started scheduling. Because what else? What are we doing? What are we trying to do, man? There's some lazy comedians out there. We just lazy. We're lazy and we don't understand, like, take what you were doing for corporate. We do more for corporate and where you work at now than your career. Just imagine you put the energy that you give your job to yourself. Imagine how many emails you send out for them. How many meetings you have for them. How many you schedule meetings for them. You know, so apply that to yourself. You're making them millions of dollars. Wherever you work. How many of y'all work? How many of y'all full time? So, where you work? You can't tell us?
Versus media.
You work where?
Versus media.
Versus
media.
what they do?
like the rap album?
No, like Oxygen.
Oxygen.
Sci-fi, all those cable networks.
And what you do for them?
I would do S&P. standards and practices.
Sounds like you do voiceover. My God.
But
Yeah, you should.
They're probably multi-million-dollar company.
Oh yeah, they are.
And you probably make them a lot of money doing what you do for them.
I do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So take that same knowledge that you're doing for them and apply it to yourself. And you probably don't even need them no more. So, you know.
And we're going to post this, so you might not have them anymore. They may just be
You're
like-
fired. Yeah, we recognize his voice. Yeah. Any other questions?
Yeah, I got a question.
Yes.
You were talking about posting for marketing. How much of just posting do you actually get money for the eyeballs that are getting on your viral?
Are you monetized?
Yeah, I'm on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just take that.
So Instagram does not pay you.
Instagram to pay.
Everything else pays you.
Yeah.
Instagram doesn't pay anymore?
No.
Instagram, you have the,
They are the highest clout platform, you know? I always say it's your resume, it's your dating profile, it's everything. So, I mean, they know they got that power, they don't gotta pay you, but I'm monetized on everything else.
Yeah, I'm monetized on Facebook and YouTube. But the thing is now is because I don't want to depend on them no more because they fluctuate sometimes. You know, it just it is what it.
Are you willing to give your biggest check amount and your basic check amount?
Do I want to get that? No.
I would say it's extra income. It's not, it shouldn't be your main source of income.
But here's the thing I'm learning about brand deals.
That's a good question, though.
Brand deals, everybody think that you need a lot of followers for brand deals. You don't. I know someone that has 50 followers and she's selling brand deals for $3,000-$4,000 a post.
I've seen.
She only got 50,000 followers on Instagram.
I've heard brand deals have started actually targeting nano influencers,
Yes.
which with only like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, they've started targeting them because obviously it's like cheaper rates, but they want to get into as many like new people, even if they're just your family members and stuff. They want those eyes on it.
And I will personally commit to paying each of you $1.50 for posting something about the club today.
Wow,
We'll start $1.50.
$1.50, everyone. You heard it.
I'm going all out. All right, $1.75.
3/4. Wow.
Yeah.
How do you know when
Sorry, bud.
a brand deal is legit?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, don't give out your bank account to anybody.
Now I would send them over to my management, but like at first, I would say use your intuition. Like if it sounds too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true. And I don't know, just take the meeting with them, even if it's sus. I remember I was on a meeting with one. It sounded too good to be true, and they're like, "Yeah, we want access to like the back end of your Facebook, like your Meta Ads Manager." And I was like, "Nah, I'm out." You know.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's about doing a post about something that you like. You know, if it's something that you eat a lot, just do it on pro bono and tag them. You know, there's been plenty of times I tagged the company and they reached out to me to do something. So whatever you eat a lot, if it's, you know, my thing, I'm looking for if y'all see me doing for Uncrustables, look out for it, because I'm probably gonna have one.
Look out for it.
I love Uncrustables.
I'll tell you a pre-social media brand. I'll tell you a pre-social media brand deal. Ricky Smiley had a prank phone call where he played his character Bernice Jenkins, the church woman, calling Church's Chicken. What time is your service? Who's the pastor? Well, I was managing him at the time, and I get an email from Church's Chicken saying, "We would like to talk to you." I'm like,
Yep.
"Call your lawyer, Ricky. Here it goes. We're in trouble. We're in trouble." No, they paid him a lot of money to do a whole bunch of commercials like that. So again, it's the same thing. Stop being scared of social media. It's the same thing every comedian has been doing, and anyone in any business. It's marketing. And you're marketing yourself, your brand. You got to catch that algorithm, build those numbers, and then you're off to the races. These guys have been incredible. I'm going to literally go home and start posting trials as fast as I can. So give it up for these guys.
Yeah.
Luke, Wyatt, Alton,
Yeah, thank
Joel.
you. Yes, yes.
You want to close it out?
Yeah, let's close it out. Yeah, thank you everyone for coming out. This was the first of hopefully many that we can do to help comedy communities around the country. But thank you all so much for your time. And please follow all of these guys on social media. They're all wealth of information. You can learn a lot from just watching what they're doing. But I think the big thing, and I think Gary, you and I have talked about this before, of when you've done the podcast and people get inspiration and motivation and they're all excited leaving here with all these ideas, it's important to act on that idea.
Yeah.
Like, as you leave here. Like Alton heard about trial reels and then posted a trial reel while sitting here.
Just want to try it.
Just make sure you leave here or from listening to this later and actually take action on what you have learned today. At least
Try
one
to
little thing.
post a trial reel tonight, all of it, and then DM the club, ATL Comedy Theater, DL Hot Breath. Let us know how many views it got. You know, we're a community, y'all. We want you to be successful. That's what we want. That's what we're here for.
Exactly.
For $1.75.
Okay. Just give me your bank routing information and account number,
Social
and it'll be
security
there.
number, yeah.
Social security number.
Net 90.
Awesome. Yeah, well, thank you guys so much for coming out. Yeah, this was awesome. So, yeah, that was it.
Thank you.
I think that was good.
That was
Have
great.
fun out there.
Goodbye, everybody. I'm going to save this reel, hopefully, or this.
Great job.